doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. Wow, man, we just watched a wild upset, man. This is wow, man. So yeah, man, if you guys are just watching, Chris Colbert versus Hector Garcia just went down, and from opening bell, you can tell that Hector was definitely ready for this fight on a 2 week notice, you guys. Only a 2 week notice. He was ready for this fight. And I really truly think that things happen for a reason, you guys. And there was a reason why Hector, he was a late replacement. This was supposed to be a title fight. It wasn't a title fight. And my personal opinion is, man, I really truly think that, he was just a better man. Garcia was, see it, I know you guys might think some people might think, they caught Chris Colbert on a bad night or whatever, the case may have you. But I'm telling you right now that, Chris Colbert Jr. got thoroughly dominated tonight. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't just something that happened. It was, he took an L, man. He took a real L. And my personal opinion is, man, I really truly think that, Chris Colbert could have did a lot better tonight, man. He was getting hit way too many times, and eventually at the end of the fight, in the 12th round, he just ran the whole time. He said, "Screw this! I'm not sitting and trading with this guy no more." And he bowed out. He said, "I'm gonna come back and fight another day." That's how the end of the fight went. You know, that's how the end of the fight went. Chris Colbert retreated. You know, and my personal opinion is, you guys, Chris Colbert can come back and do this again. But I'm gonna tell you what, Chris Colbert needs to learn a lot from this, and maybe he needs to switch circles, and get a new start with a new trainer. I'm gonna be honest, a no bullshit trainer, somebody that's not gonna, buy into the whole, you're a superstar, you're headlining your own shows. And mind you, there wasn't a whole lot of people in the stands. It wasn't a sold out. It doesn't look like it was sold out. So, yes, Chris Colbert headlined this show, but, could we see the last of Chris Colbert being at the top like this again? He was headlining the show. He wasn't the world champion. And, you know, things worked out where, he took an L, an upset L tonight, man. He's got to, like he said, he takes his wins just like he takes his losses. And I respect that. I ain't never say I didn't have respect for Chris Colbert. But Chris Colbert is going to have to show, he's going to have to show the fans a lot more than what he showed them tonight, man. If they're going to, I mean, shit, people probably lost a lot of money on Chris Colbert tonight, man. Chris Colbert was the favorite tonight, you know? And my personal opinion is, I truly, truly think that Chris Colbert will get beat a second time by Garcia if they were to fight. If they were to fight, I believe he would get beat again, man. My personal opinion. I believe he would get beat again. Hector Garcia, this was not a fluke. This was not one of those fights where you look at it and you be like, wow, how did this happen? Or wow, this was an upset win. Yeah, it was an upset win, but it was a thoroughly dominating win for Garcia. I mean, one of the scorecards was 118-109. It did go to 12 rounds. But Hector, even in the 12th round, when Hector Garcia's corner told him to take it easy, he still put on the gas and mashed the gas. This was a thoroughly dominating win for Hector Garcia, man. Chris Colbert might not have even won a round, man. I believe the scorecards, if read right, he got knocked down and hurt very, very badly in the 7th round. They almost were close to stopping it, I believe. And he made it to the end of the bell and he got his wits with him and he stood there and took pretty much an ass whooping. That's what he took. But moving forward, you guys, and you guys want to know what the crazy thing about this was? There was an upset before this with the Ancajas fight. That was 2 fights ago. It was the Ancajas, then it was the Russell versus Postol. Then it was this fight, which was the main event. Chris Colbert versus Hector Garcia. But in the first fight, Ancajas got upsetted by guess who? A fighter, okay? A fighter that is under the banner of another upset artist itself, Marcos Madonna. Marcos Madonna was in the building. Dare I say Adrian Broner? Marcos Madonna gave Adrian Broner his first loss ever. And he was in the building tonight. This was Chris Colbert's first loss ever. Doing all that flashy shit. He said he was prime time and all of this and all of that. I heard Moni Brown TV said he should have stayed B-Hop. I was listening to Moni Brown's live, talking to him. And, he said, Lil B-Hop should have stayed Lil B-Hop. Because Lil Prime Time ain't getting it done. And he wasn't. The night showed that, Chris Colbert was, not the better man, and he got outed. You know what I mean? He pretty much waved the white flag at the end of the fight. When that 12th round came, and he didn't want no parts of Hector Garcia, and he just pretty much ran the last 3 minutes of the 12th round. I mean, the whole round he was running. I mean, it was probably about 10 punches thrown. He threw the whole round. So my personal opinion, you guys, I think he can come back from this. He was asking for a rematch at the end of the fight. I don't think it should be a rematch, you guys. I mean, enough's enough. Enough's enough. He got his ass beat once. I don't feel like there's no need to see a rematch. I feel like the same identical thing was going to happen. Chris Colbert's just going to have to get better. I believe training a new trainer. He needs a new trainer, straight up. No matter how you put it, no matter how I word it, new trainer. And I think that, I think a new trainer that, that doesn't take a whole lot of shit and that's not up for BS. And, I'm not saying Chris Colbert is, but I'm just saying, like, somebody that's going to, instill, for real, Chris Colbert needs to work on his jab more. And I feel like, he was getting backed up too much. He wasn't standing his ground. And, what are you going to do when the guys that you normally knock out Garcia walked straight through all of his punches last night. And Chris Colbert was catching Hector Garcia flush. Flush. Shout out to Ohio Runs Boxing. I'm telling you, he was hitting them flush. And it just was not dazing Hector Garcia one bit. He was walking through his punches. And enough was enough, man. At the end of the day, he conceded. That was the word I was looking for. Chris Colbert conceded. He didn't want any more fight. He didn't want to take any more punishment. Okay? He didn't want to take any more punishment. And enough was enough. Enough was enough. Chris Colbert seen enough. And because to be honest with you, Garcia's corner told Hector Garcia to chill. You got this one already. Just use your brain. Hector Garcia smashed the gas Hector Garcia wanted to knock him out. And Chris Colbert knew it. He was on his back pedal. He was on his treadmill. He was running. He didn't want none of that shit, man. That shit was getting hot in that motherfucking kitchen, man. That shit was getting hot up in there, man. That kitchen was hot as fuck. Ready to steam and boil over, man. Chris Colbert almost got stopped tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you guys watched the fight. I don't know if you guys are under a rock somewhere. You guys just tuning in. You didn't watch the fight. Chris Colbert got away with the unanimous decision, but man, I mean, Hector Garcia thoroughly dominated this fight. You know, I'm just keeping it real, y'all. You know, enough was enough. And Chris Colbert was just like, look, I'm not squaring up with this guy no more. I'm not taking any more punishment from this guy. And you know what? I'm going to let this guy win, man. And that's pretty much what it looked like to me at the end of the fight. You know? You know? Chris Colbert put his hand up, you know. I don't know if he was saying he won the fight, but he put his hands up as if to say, you know, hey, look, you know, I lasted 12 rounds with this animal. I mean, because I didn't think he thought he won at all. There's no way he could have thought he won. He was running the 12th and final round, which you already got knocked down. You know that was a 10-8 round. And other rounds after that, you weren't winning. Your corner was telling you you need a knockout to win. And you're running. You're running in the 12th and final round when you need to lay it all on the line. You're running. I'm keeping it real, man. You guys want a spade, it's called a spade a spade. I got to do this here at Corley Boxing. You guys got to understand, man. Chris Colbert could have went in, man. You know, but you guys got to understand, with all of the punches that Chris Colbert was hitting, you know, Hector Garcia with, and some were very flush, and some he has knocked out guys with that same punch. But Hector Garcia was not going for it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He wasn't going for it. So, you know, enough was enough. Chris Colbert wound up getting, you know, Chris Colbert wound up taking an L, you guys. And that's that, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. Please smash the hell out of the like button, you guys. And subscribe. And yeah, man, we'll be back with another one, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the fight.